Hi again, it's Kathleen, and we are practicing another seated meditation with a mudra. And just as a reminder, if you didn't see the last video, our mudras are practicing yoga with our hands. So we use different positionings with the hands to create a focus point and different energetic responses. And our seated meditation, whether you're able to find blocks or blankets or a pillow to sit up on, or you'd rather be in a seat, a chair, or you can even find a wall and sit against a wall. Really, the idea we want to find in our meditation is long spine and unencumbered organs and breath, and this sense of softness and heaviness in the body. Much of our physical yoga practice is aimed at creating stability and ease in our seated practices. So all that wild warrior flying into half moon stuff we do in our asana practice is actually, at least the yogis, and as described in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, it was really meant to be geared towards sitting for long periods of time in contemplation and meditation. So there's my little spiel there. At the time of recording this, there is a full moon in Libra happening, and I wanted to offer, with the energy of the full moon being one of really illumination, and some even say endings or cycles ending. And I often think of how around full moon time, I can feel pretty intense emotional responses, and they span the gamut. They can be everywhere from intense overwhelm and anxiety to like really deep lethargy to the other side of the coin, which is excitement, energetic, like feeling really awake, really ready to go. It really all just depends on paying attention and noticing what shows up. Always, and this is really a tenet of the yoga practice for me, is always just noticing what's here right now. And then cross comparing it with the lunar cycle, cross comparing it with the traditional Chinese medicine season we're in. We're in wood element right now. So I wanted to offer, in light of the full moon, a gesture of pouring out. This is one of my favorite mudras. Say-pana mudra is an interlacing of all the fingers except the pointer, and then in a fold over of your right thumb on top of your left. So it kind of looks like you're a Charlie's Angel. Yeah. And you can bring the hands, the mudra, right towards the navel and allow the fingers to point downwards. Now the elbows can hang heavy. You might even have little like sweet hip handlebars you can rest those elbows on, or they're welcome to make it more energetic and press the elbows out. We want a sensation of broad collarbones. And with Ksepana mudra, yogis will say that this is a gesture of literally like pouring out even our digestive processes, meaning if we practice Ksepana mudra for 5 to 20 minutes a day, the yogis posit that it can improve our digestion and create more, I'll call them succinct bowel movements. So I don't know, you try it, see if it works for you. I'll tell you, I've experienced very positive benefits from Ksepana mudra, and that's why I want to share it with you today. So finding your seat, I'm going to get a little timer going for us. Just about 5 minutes of meditation. Finding your seat, start to interlace the fingers if they're not already. Pointers released, right thumb crosses over left, hang your elbows heavy by your sides. Start to feel the shoulders stack over the wrists. Feel the shoulders stack over the hips, yoga brain, and allow the tops of the shoulders to sink away from the ears. Begin to simply observe the breath. Noticing the quality of your breath in this moment. Observing any places of stuckness. observing any places of free flow. This gesture of pouring out is also a bit more energetic emotionally in terms of pouring out what no longer serves us. At the time of a full moon in Libra, we might start to consider what relationship dynamics, both relationship to ourselves and relationships with collaborators in our lives, partners, parents, pals, children, community. Maybe one sticks out for you in particular when you're ready to shift the dynamic around. You might imagine any of the undesirable traits or those that you're ready to release, pour out, entering into the space between your two palms, almost like they're dripping down through a gravy boat, filling it up. And as you continue to breathe in and out, you can almost imagine the energetic release of these habits, these traits, these behaviors, pouring out from the tips of your index fingers. And as they pour out, maybe even sensing into gratitude for what you've learned. Maybe sensing relief for what you've let go of. Perhaps even starting to sense into peace. Sometimes when we put down what's no longer serving us, the tremendous amount of relief we can feel can actually open us up into new ways of being. Much like our digestive processes inside of the body, when we get stuck holding on to ways that don't really work or feel good or help or serve, those habits and beliefs start to take up space, creating congestion, stuckness, lethargy, anger, resentment. And what say-pana mudra invites us to bring our energy towards is the really passive release of that which no longer serves. And in turn, we create space for what actually enlivens us, what actually fills our cup. Continue to observe the sensation of your breath here, knowing that you can stay a bit longer. Or if you're ready at the sound of the chime, you can start to breathe a little deeper. You can release the mudra, allowing there to be any opening, closing with the hands, rotation of the wrists. Blinking your eyes open. Yeah, just notice how you feel. I'm really grateful for your presence, for your trust. I hope this served. And yeah, let me know what you think if you have any questions, feedback. Appreciate you. Om.